Welcome back to Bon Voyage Cruise Travel, your trusted source and go-to channel for all things cruise related. Today I'm excited to take you inside one of Royal Caribbean's Brilliance of the Seas interior rooms. Perfect for the budget-conscious solo traveler, or any type of traveler for that matter, this room tour will give you a detailed look at the space you'll call home while at sea. From practical storage solutions to essential tips, I'll show you how to maximize comfort and convenience in this cozy retreat. Ready to explore every nook and cranny of this cost-effective option? Let's get started. Interior room 9017, and it's very tastefully done. It has some nice dark wood with lighter wood. It has a little sense of elegance to it. It's an older ship, but I do like it. It's different, and it's a lot bigger than my last room. It has a curtain that can pull closed, so if someone else is doing something and they're awake, then they won't bother you. But this is from the other end of it. It's a nice feel to it. It kind of reminds me of something like a Hall in America or something. It's got the dark wood. It's a little bit darker, but it's tastefully done. So I like that. So that's nice. That's a nice surprise. I wasn't sure what I would get. I tried to upgrade my rooms, but unfortunately they didn't go for my bid. The use of mirrors is smart because it makes the room feel larger. This is a nice touch. I had this once before on another ship out of England. So they do the tea here in the rooms, and you don't get this all the time, so that's nice. So there's a tea kettle, and there's tea, different types of tea, and some cream, but that's all complimentary, so that's a nice little feature. The outlets are definitely dated because we're talking modem and a telephone and data. I mean, we don't even do that anymore. And then these are the only kind of outlets you have. There's 2 US outlets, and then there's some foreign outlets here. So there's not anything modern here as far as that. So there is a light next to the bed. It has that type of nightlight kind of effect. And there's a nightstand. There's 2 on either side. You can, and the other side's the same way. But there's nothing as far as an outlet over here. So I would bring an all-in-one power thing that's cruise approved, and that will help you with your electronics. And you have the 2 above here with the safe, a light just before the closet, inside, and then it's a little smaller than some of the closets I've seen on other ships, but it's adequate. Not many hangers. Like I say, this is an older ship. It's Radiance class. I do really like the open space. It doesn't appear too crowded, even though it is a full ship. I like how things are spread out. I can find a seat and sit down, and there are plenty of tables in the shade to do work. It's not like it's only lounge chairs or only tables. So it's a nice mix of both, and that's nice. And my room attendant's very nice, and I needed a bunch more hangers. We didn't have enough hangers in my closet, so he just brought me a lot of these type of hangers. Something like you'd have at home. Control for the actual heat type of a thing to turn down the announcements. There are 4 hooks for the bathroom, and of course there's the ledge like there always is. So this is not a very updated bathroom. Three shelves like this. It is a shower curtain And then there's something to pull out to dry your clothes. Then they have 6 drawers. They have a hair dryer in here. Then the refrigerator, I don't know if I mentioned this, they call it a cooler. And it's barely cools. So they say it is not a refrigerator, just a cooler. It doesn't feel like it's on. I am a Diamond member because I've done Royal Caribbean since my kids were young, a higher tier, and I guess they're having a tier event tonight, I think it is. Let's see. Yeah, day 1, 4:30 to 7:30. It's a mingle thing at the Colony Club, deck 6, whatever that is. Maybe that's where it says meet your fellow Pinnacle Club, Diamond Plus, and Diamond. And then I also have a top tier event tomorrow at 10:30. And then another entertainment family at day 10, and that's all been exclusive to the fact that I'm a Diamond member or Crown and Anchor Society. So it pays to join these things sometimes. It doesn't cost you anything. They just keep track of what you've been doing, and so that's why I kind of take this. And let's see, what else do we have? Your typical pressing your clothes, talking about the Diamond Lounge, loyalty desk. But anyway, I wanted to say I didn't really go over my itinerary, but what I'm doing here is Honolulu's day 1, 2 to 6 is days at sea. Then I'm going to Papeete, Tahiti, Raiate, French Polynesia, and then Moorea. And then days 10 to 12 is at sea. I cross the international date line on day 13. Day 14 is at sea, and day 15 is Auckland, New Zealand. Bay of Islands, New Zealand, and then day 17 at sea, 18 at sea, and 19 I end up in Sydney. And that's where I leave from. So I'll spend the night there and then come home. It's a nice itinerary, and I booked this a long time ago. I know I kind of have been doing a lot of princess cruises lately, and I've kind of really enjoyed them. So I'm curious to see how this will go as a single traveler. And this is continental breakfast is complimentary. American breakfast has a service fee of $7.95 per room delivery. So it looks like continental breakfast is free, and this is the difference. This is the complimentary breakfast on the left, and then the right hand side, the American breakfast is $7.95 per room delivery. I believe there's been some change here, so that's $7.95, that's free, and then this is $7.95. So this is the laundry bag, $24.99, and it holds, you'd be surprised how much this holds, but you can wash, socks and things like that, and then you put it in the bag. They take it away and it's back in 24 hours. But if you are a Diamond member, you get a discount on the wash. I believe it's $10 off. When you're in an interior cabin, it's really hard to distinguish day and night because it's always the same. So what I always like to do is turn on the TV, and they give you area of where you're at, and it tells you the temperature outside, the time, your position is what I'm trying to say. So that kind of is helpful, and it also gives you the front of the ship picture where you can see what it looks like outside. Another thing about the rooms that I was going to mention, way back in the day I used to bring a netted bag with little, for shoes, containers that you could hang over the door, and then you could put various products in there or some shoes. So this is what I'm talking about. You can hang it over your door or your closet, and then it's just a bag. Have pockets so you can just add things in. It's really for shoes, but you can add in suntan lotion or just odds and ends. But there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 pockets. So I used to bring this all the time on my cruises because there's never seemed to be enough space for my shoes or other things. but nowadays you don't need it, but in this particular room I did, so this is what I'm talking about. But this is kind of like the old school room where you probably would benefit by bringing one of those shoe netted bags, because the room is a little bit small. And also another thing I brought that I find really handy, because there's no tracking on the floor for night lights. This, it's a light. It kind of is magnetic, and these are magnetic walls. So I put it low to the floor down here, and then it just goes on when I get up in the night, and I just have to remember not to forget it. I've done that before. So, but that, and it's a chargeable thing, so it's not heavy, inexpensive. I bought it on Amazon for I think maybe $5. It came in a pack of 2, but you can turn it off and on. I mean, you can turn it off if you don't want it on, but it just has come in handy. So those are a few things I was thinking about for this room. I mean, it's been fine for one person, but I think, like I said, for 2 it would be a little tight. I'm curious to see how this will go as a single traveler, solo traveler, because the last one I did was Princess, and it was great. It was in the Caribbean, and I have a playlist on that one. But I hadn't really expected to do this solo, but I thought, you know, I can't cancel, so I might as well just go for it. It's been a great time. I would highly recommend this cruise if you like to relax and read and just kind of, you know, just be involved with the ship activities. If you're a person that doesn't like to mingle, you can do that too, but you might want to not get an interior room, because I find myself with the interior room, I'm wanting to always leave because it's so, you know, it's interior. There's no light. There's no natural light, so you have no idea what's going on unless you turn on your TV and you can see the front of the ship, and they show you the weather and what it looks like outside. But other than that, it's kind of not that luxurious, so you'd rather just get out into the public areas. And in a way, that's good for me. Otherwise, I might just stay in my room more, but I am out and about most of the time. There really is nothing like a balcony. I do always enjoy that, but this is a nice choice for someone that's economizing, and because I'm always out of the room anyway, honestly, I'm barely in here. So that's, and then luckily the solarium is pretty nice, and there's lots of windows and outdoor space all over the ship, so that's fine for me. But this is the room inside cabin number 9017, and if you have found this helpful or informative, if you have learned something, please make sure you hit that like button, and of course consider subscribing. Yeah, I do have a playlist on the Brilliance of the Seas, and I talk all about what I did, where I went. It's a trans-Pacific experience here, and it's so far so good. I also am a solo traveler, so I will be giving you my insights into how I felt about traveling solo on Royal Caribbean. So let me say goodbye for now. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.